Hello, Lisa Warden here with Sacred Living. I am here with your reading for the week, Sunday, June 4th through Saturday, June 10th. Can you believe we're halfway through 2023 already? It is just amazing how time goes. So this week I will be using Guardian Angel Messages Tarot for the reading, and at the end I will have an additional message from the archangels, and you can be thinking about whether you resonate with the message of Archangel number 1, Archangel number 2, or Archangel number 3, and I'll have those at the end. So it looks like Sunday, and this was kind of funny because this card came out kind of sideways. So it's this 10 of Earth, and 10 of Earth has us looking at all of the things that we've been blessed with, but it was half tipped over as if it was pouring out. So it seems like there's going to be a mix of emotions on Sunday, where you're going to be recounting some of the amazing things that have blessed you in the past, but there's sometimes going, for some of us, be this feeling of emptiness that comes alongside of it, like some of the best things that we've had in life are gone, and it's going to be really important to remember that they are not. Sometimes when one thing steps aside, it's to make room for the new things that are coming. And one of the things that was really bright to me in this card was the golden retriever. And as I was thinking about that, because we have a golden retriever, but we got the golden retriever because I could not stand how lonely I was after we had to put our last dog to sleep. And so the golden retriever is the new blessing, but sometimes I don't take in all of the love that she has to offer because I'm too busy missing the Lab Newfie mix that we used to have. So to me, that was a really big part of the energy that's coming in on Sunday. And then on Monday, we've got the star. And the star is all about, here's the potential energy to spark whatever it is that you want to do. Be clear and focused on it. So the potentiality is there on Monday, is ready to help us get going. It's important to be clear on how we want to use this energy. Tuesday, it's going to be really important to not be focused on the regret. So when I look at this person, I see a much younger person in the card, and it looks like some regrets from when we were young. And so the angel is behind us, ready to help us and encourage us forward. And while it's important to not redo the errors of the past, or what we would consider an error, it is all of these things that we've done that really shape who we are today, and we don't do the things that no longer resonate with us. And sometimes some of those really painful situations that we've been through in the past help us to remember why it is that we are thinking how we're thinking and working on what we're working on and all of those kinds of things. So just because it is painful to think about some of the things from the past, it doesn't mean that's who you are anymore, and it doesn't mean that you would make that choice again if given the opportunity to do so. So it's important to give yourself some grace and say, wow, I'm really glad I didn't do that again. That was really painful, or I didn't like that choice that I made, and I'm so proud that I've moved forward from that. Whatever it is that kind of touches that with a little bit of grace for yourself. Wednesday, we have got either somebody coming in who has some great ideas that wants us to get started, or we have to be mindful of all these ideas that feel like we have to do them right now, because definitely the path is clear and open. The things that this knight is carrying in his arms are all the tools that are necessary, and so it's going to be important to move forward, but just make sure what you're moving forward on. I think that's going to be the important piece there. And that comes alongside the card right next to it for Thursday is the Dreamer. And this card always comes up when it's important to really move forward, for the most part, fearlessly on what our goals and aspirations are. But one of the things that was really bright to me, and sometimes we feel like we're jumping off a cliff, like the little girl who's going after the butterfly, not noticing how close to the cliff she is. but her little dog has such a look on his face like, what's going on? I don't feel like it's letting us know of impending doom or danger so much as dog medicine is somebody who is really loyal. And so it's somebody who may be not necessarily a naysayer about the dream, but they have their doubts. And so it's going to be really important to take that into consideration, not as whether or not to move forward on this, but to take into account what that person or what that idea has for us in our hands so we can move forward in response to being ready for whatever that is. So if somebody is really cautioning you, okay, that's great, you want to do that, but what about this? Just take into account whatever it is, and as you're putting your plan about how to move forward, it doesn't mean that you can't move forward. It just means it's going to be really important that that message is coming through, not just as a warning of danger, Will Robinson, but this might make your journey with that goal a little bit more comfortable if you're prepared for whatever this is. Friday feels like a day of embracing and enjoying the relationships and the security that you have in your life. So Friday, it's always a great day to go out and hang out and whatnot after work with your friends. But this seems a little more than that. This is really, really feeling that richness that you have with the really good relationships with the people around you that are your quote-unquote tribe. Saturday, there. When I look at this transformation card, this is an Angel Tarot. It's the card that would usually be in the regular tarot deck, the Tower, and it's usually danger and discomfort and blah, 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 yucky stuff. But what is going on is all of the yuckiness and time running out and all of those things are in the distant past, and the angel has got her torch and she's leading the person by the hand and saying, this way. So sometimes we stay too long at the party trying to make a bad situation better when the only way to make it better is to leave. And sometimes we get lots and lots of divine guidance and pushes and shoves, and sometimes we still don't respond in such a way to move forward and away from this because we have this sense of, oh, I can fix it. This card, I would really suggest that you take a look at some of the things that are bothering you. This could just be the news on TV and all the tension, and it's time to turn it off and go and meditate, or go and focus on how you would like unity to look like in the world. For some of us, it's going to be, I can fix this bad relationship. I can work harder. And yet the relationship still causes as much pain and distress. And so sometimes it's important to do something really different than what we've done, instead of just trying to do what we've always done harder or longer. Really take a look at, is this relationship serving me? And it doesn't mean you have to leave it. It's like, how can I get my needs met differently and change the tone of this? Because, we can't fix necessarily a relationship, but what is it going to take for me to feel better? And if I can work on that, then, because it's not the relationship's fault, we are, you got it. All right, so that is your message for the week, starting by focusing on the gratitude. Don't fall into too much regret. Look as you have all the things that you need to move forward on your dreams. Look to enjoying the relationships you have, and look really honestly at the situations, even mental thinking patterns that you might need to leave behind and go a different way. If you have Archangel number 1, then you have Archangel Jophiel, and she is offering the message it's important to go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature, release stress, gain some new creative ideas. The rose is really bright in her hand. So I feel like when we came home, totally missed spring. It's been like summer. It's been 80 degrees. Things are blooming. And I feel like there has been a lot of smell of lilacs lofting on the air, and that's one of my favorite flowers. And so I feel like this is all about enjoying some of those rich colors and aromas and whatnot, because that can be really grounding for us to get outside and enjoy. If you have Archangel number 2, then his message is in regards to clairsentience. So Archangel Raguel is like a supernatural air traffic controller. He can be helping our teams of guides and angels working with one another, but in this particular instance, he is working with those of us who are clairsentient, meaning clear feeling. And so this is really tricky because there's lots of different things that we can pick up as part of our supernatural feelings. We can pick up somebody else's doubt about something, even though I've got this strong gut feeling that this is going to work. Archangel Raguel, we can ask to please come in and sort this out so that the feelings that I have are mine and that my guidance is true and strong, and all of the other things are filtered away that no longer serve me. Or the thoughts that come in with their source of fear. Help me to transmute all of the things that no longer serve me or are just fear-based. Only God touches me, only love touches me, only truth touches me, those kinds of things. If you have Archangel number 3, then you have Archangel Raphael. And he is here with his message saying that it's important to take several deep breaths, exhale slowly, and awaken your energy to release old patterns. So we've talked a little bit from time to time about how your body's fight or flight system is intrinsically linked with your breathing, literally. And so you can train your brain to be less anxious, to be less, the fancy word is hypervigilant, which means on edge, waiting for the next shoe to fall. It can help you really allow yourself and train yourself to be calm much more of the time by practicing deeper breathing, like box breathing or those kinds of things. So if you are looking for your own reading, how to get that scheduled is in the About section on YouTube, or you, if you're watching on Facebook, can message me to set up your own reading. I hope this reading helps you a lot, blesses you, and I hope you have a great week. Take good care.